Apparently my boss audio records all of her one-on-one interviews with myself and my coworkers. Is that illegal? See if your state is a one-party consent state or not. Depends entirely on the local laws where you're at, but generally speaking, it's rarely illegal to record a conversation if both parties are aware of the recording. It might be uncomfortable and kinda shitty, but not illegal. Depends on where you live. Where I live, yes, we have one-party consent laws. As long as one party present knows your boss, it doesn't matter if the other party does not. Seems like a respectful way to take notes while staying engaged in a conversation to me, but I do think you are supposed to be aware it is happening. It depends on the state. If it's a one-party state, your boss can record a conversation to be used as notes. Your boss cannot leave a tape record hidden in your room and leave. Where do you live? In some places it's 100% legal to record a conversation as long as at least one person involved knows it's happening. In other places, everyone involved needs to know it's happening, or a judge has to say in a warrant that a secret recording is acceptable necessary for police. Pretty sure your employer is allowed to monitor your work-related activity at your workplace, and I would imagine that an interview would very much be a work-related activity. What state? Some states are one-party states, others are two-party. In a one-party state, only one of the parties involved needs to be aware the conversation is being recorded. In two-party states, both need to be aware. I'll add that while it may not be illegal in NC for her to record you without your consent, it begs the question, why is she recording? For example, I'm a researcher in my day job, and I record research interviews with full consent written. Then I ask again verbally and get verbal consent, because if I don't have a note taker I will need to go back and re-listen to the session to make sure my notes are accurate. I'd ask her why is she recording all of them? What is her data retention policy? And for you, does she ever ask questions or introduce topics that you think are inappropriate? Recording on the clock would be different than recording off the clock, right? Years ago I had a manager who pulled this stunt. I was not happy with it and made it so, but he continued. A colleague was also asked to go to the office, same manager, same stunt. However, this colleague was a union rep and knew the rules and laws we are in the UK. Colleague shut down the manager within 5 minutes or less. Manager was sacked and my case was thrown out due to me and the colleague putting in a complaint about being recorded without our consent. Where I live, an employer cannot surveil you without letting you know for what reason, and it has to end when the reason does. She sure as hell may be violating the law.